Okay. So there are a few rules. We just want to make sure uh, the mugs remain, user focused and safe place for everyone to share their, learnings and their use cases. So no self promotion or pitching of any kind is permitted during the mug event. Don't contact, people outside the user group without their prior consent. And if someone is sharing their use cases, please uh, please do not contact them outside without their prior consent. This mug is being recorded, so if you do not wish to participate in a live recorded session, please feel free to watch the recording at a later time. The recording will be sent to your email addresses maybe tomorrow. If you have any questions, please reach out to Vinay or advocacy@adobe.com. Yeah, and to stay connected with Chandigarh Mug, if you haven't really joined the chapter, please do join that. If you do that, you will receive notifications for any upcoming events and reminders automatically. So it's a great way to stay connected. There are a few upcoming opportunities for Mug members. So definitely one of the biggest thing is coming up again, which is Adobe Summit. It's happening in Las Vegas again on March 26th to 28th. So if you wish to join, please do register yourself today. Yeah, and at the same time, 2014 Adobe Experience Maker Awards registrations are also live now. So please do apply, and it's a great recognition for yourself and for your company or for your team as well if you have done really a great job using Adobe products. So please do apply. Next one. Yeah, the skill exchange is happening in New York. So if you are around the city, or if you are traveling, please do register and join. This is a great learning event. So it's happening on November 9th. And yeah, it's going to be great for anyone who is going to join. There are a couple of upcoming webinars. One is for interactive webinars and another is for dynamic chat. So if you are really interested to learn more about interactive webinars and dynamic chat, please do register. These two features are really great, and Marketo Adobe is really heavily investing in these two things. So I highly recommend everyone to join there. At the same time, since we are doing several mugs, we would love to hear from you what you think about these mugs. So please do share your feedback. All these slides and links will be shared with you guys, so don't worry about these links as of now. If you are new to Marketo and wants to learn more, so there is a new free course available from Marketo Engage itself. So do check it out. At the same time, we also request our mug members to share your feedback about Marketo Engage as a whole. What do you feel about this tool as a marketing automation platform? As a thank you note for your time, you will receive a $25 gift card, and the deadline for this one is November 30th. So please help us out with that. There are a few other upcoming mug meetings, so please feel free to register yourself. One is happening today, at 7:30 IST. Ajay and Darshil is doing that. It's about dynamic chat, so please do register and join that. And there are others that are also happening in person and virtual, so please do register for those as well. Okay, so before we dive into the today's session and topic, we would love to hear from you, like why you are joining today, and from where you are joining, and what are the topics that you would like us to cover in future sessions. So you can use the chat, and just start typing there. We will collect all that from the chat. Thank you so much. Next, yeah. So let's meet today's, our organizers. So myself, Amit Chan. I'm a co-founder and CEO at Event Iron. We have Balkar Rao. He's not able to join us today. He had some medical emergency at his home. He's marketing ops manager at Here Technologies. And then we have Ruchi from Grezity Interactive. She's senior marketing automation manager. And then we have Vinay Kumar, uh, assistant manager, marketing automation at Grezity Interactive. Okay, so yeah, I think without wasting any further time, let's dive into today's session. So, Ruchi and Vinay, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Amit. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the second chapter of Chandigarh Tri-Cities User Group. So, as you know already, my name is Ruchi. I'm working as Senior Manager at Grezity Interactive, and I'm 4 times certified Adobe Engaged Business Practitioner. And I've been using Marketo since 2014. So a little bit of for the introduction, I've been designing and implementing solutions that empower marketing campaign strategies based on streamlined lead generation, data management, and insightful reporting. I also specialize in offering consultation on both marketing and technical requirements, and I've been extensively experiencing in the instance migrations, whether within the same instance or cross instances. So I'll let Vinay introduce himself, and then we can kickstart with the agenda. Over to you, Vinay.
Thank you, Ruchi. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining in. I'm Vinay Kumar, Assistant Manager Marketing Automation at Grezity Interactive. I'm 3x Marketo certified and level 9 community advisor. So let's start with today's topic. Over to you, Ruchi.
Thank you. So in today's session, we are going to share some useful and key insights on the use cases for the migration, a high-level understanding of the difference between migration and merging. And we'll also talk through the common reasons behind migration and what are the different stages which are involved during the process. So stay tuned. Let's kickstart with the first topic, which is how instance merge is different than migration. So first of all, both the terms, the merge and migration, they're not standard terminologies within the context of Marketo. So it's quite possible that these terms are specific to your organization or there's a particular use case. So we can provide a general explanation based on the concepts of both the terminologies. So instance merge, it refers to the process of combining and consolidating multiple Marketo instances into a single unified instance. So it would essentially involve merging of the data, the configurations or campaigns from multiple instances into a single space. So merging, it's done due to several reasons, such as the company merger or acquisition is happening, and the parent company, they want to consolidate their marketing data or assets or the entire operations, right? And they're wanting to centralize operations. If there are different business units, they're also involved. So the merged instance, it would retain the data and all the configurations, all the settings, and from there you can manage it as a single cohesive ecosystem. On the other hand, the migration, it is changing one environment to another one. It could be done probably some other marketing automation platform to Marketo or Marketo to Marketo. And again, there are several other reasons involved, such as the CRM is being changed, or you're moving on a new cloud platform and simply wanting to start afresh. So additionally, in case of migration, this could also entail from moving from an on-premise installation to a cloud-based environment, or migrating between different hosting providers. So these are the basic differences. This is a little bit of summary of what I just explained. So it's very important to note that specifics of Marketo merge or migration can totally depend on the organization's requirements. What is the underlying infrastructure or different tools or methodologies which are involved in managing the instances. So, for example, if you are involved as an instance manager, you have to drive the entire process. So you would require more precise information, or you should be having questions regarding the organizational use of Marketo. So it is best recommended to involve all your internal teams, like your marketing team, your sales teams, or your IT teams, or you can reach out to Marketo support for further clarification. So after this, I would invite Vinay again to talk us through how the business case can, appear in front of you and what are the underlying reasons behind migration. Yeah. So Vinay, please jump into it.
Thank you, Ruchi. There can be multiple reasons behind migration. We will discuss a few of them today. And in the meantime, I would encourage you guys to share your reasons in chat, whatever you feel like can be responsible for the migration. Let's talk about a few. Changing CRM can be one of the reasons behind migration. So sometimes an organization want to, migrate their CRM or moving their data to cloud. So there can be a reason for a new instance. And another reason can be starting fresh. Sometimes organizations want to start fresh with a new instance that can be of multiple reasons, like acquisition of organization or a merger, or they just want to implement new marketing strategies there. So that can be one reason behind migration. Again, independent business unit can be another reason behind that, because as you know, every unit must have their different marketing collaterals and marketing strategies. So, and they might want to implement their in their marketing strategies on a new individual instance where they can manage that freely. That can be the reason behind that. Again, a reason can be scalability, like business is expanding and they might need more technical tool with multiple features, and this can be one reason behind the migration. And another reason can be instance optimization. Like sometimes organizations want to optimize their instance, but that is not possible because of some kind of mess created there, or because of the multiple users using their own guidelines there. So it is difficult to optimize that. So instead of thinking of that, organization may want to start with a new instance where they can create more organized structure there and implement their marketing strategies. Along with that, there can be multiple other reasons. Like if we talk about Marketo, the Marketo features can be one of the reasons for migration. Say Marketo provides multiple features. It provides us the functionality to implement improved lead generation and lead nurturing strategies. It provides better insights and reporting features where we can use that data for planning our future marketing activities that will result in more conversion rates and increased conversions or more MQLs. And then in Marketo, we can create more simplified lead operations, and we manage them accordingly. So if you think or thinking of a new marketing automation system where you get user-friendly environment and which is easy to learn and with multiple features, then you can go with Marketo. So this is all about the reasons. Let's talk about a business case where organization may migrate from a marketing automation tool to a Marketo instance. So when an organization consider this, what can be the reasons behind that migration, or what can be the problem statements for that the organization is facing? So that can be some technical reasons or functionality reasons. So let's talk about a case where organization is migrating from Pardot to Marketo. So there can be limited features of Marketo that may lead to the migration process, or sometimes the organization is struggling with implementing their strategies or struggling with streamlining their marketing efforts. That can be the reason behind migration. So once organization decide to migrate to a new instance and approach you, so what should be the solutions, or what should be your approach? So first of all, you should understand your customer. Like who is your customer? What are the services or products they are offering, and what industry they are dealing in. Once you have that data, then you can plan around the audit part. Like do audit for migration, like what assets you want to move, or what programs and what all data you want to move to the new instance. Once you have created a plan around that, you can start working on migration, like moving the assets or moving the templates or different programs that you want to move. Once you have all the data there, then what can you expect from that? That's like what will be the results or outcomes. So outcomes will be, you will have all the data over a new instance with no data loss and within a defined timeline, because you already have a plan in place for that. And with the new instance, you will have more organized structure for your assets and programs. You will have optimal user experience there, and using the Marketo features or the reporting feature, you will have more refined insights, data insights there, which may result in more refined marketing strategies. And again, that will result in more MQLs and more revenue. So that will, again help you in decision making, like what should be your next marketing strategies and how to align the sales guys to the MQLs there. So this is all about the business case. Now let's dive into the stages involved in migration, that is pre-migration, then during migration, and post-migration. So Ruchi, over to you.
Yes, thank you so much, Vinay, and that was super insightful. So moving on to next section, which is different stages which are involved in migration. We'll start on that one by one, starting with the pre-migration preparation, first of all. So it's a very important stage where you're preparing yourself for, moving on to one environment to the other one. And also it's very important that you start doing the groundwork before you plan any further action item or start moving ahead with any sort of process. Assessment should be the primary thing that you would do in this stage. So during this stage, you would understand how the data has been set up, what type of mapping is existing, what are the sync rules which are being set up, or routing rules which are happening on the real-time basis, and how you have developed the assets and how you're planning to move ahead with them, and the processes which are active and running, how many teams are involved during the active process, and how you are collecting or storing or processing your data, and who is owning it. So you have to understand all the risks and challenges associated with each process, and how to mitigate them. Also, you have to sort of analyze deeply what are the different opportunities involved, or in order to improve the efficiency when you actually start using your new automation platform. So what are the challenges or areas that you were not able to leverage completely in your current MAP? So do analyze that very deeply, and reduce cost is again primary factor most of the cases I've seen whenever the transition migration happens. So it also involves an effective decision making eventually. Moving on to next stage, it's a very important milestone, which is the planning stage. So at this point of time, you are developing a very detailed migration plan, and that plan should involve all the timelines, the budget, what are the list of tasks which are going to be involved, and divide them into different milestones. So also do prepare a team who would be working on the migration. So making sure that the plan is very well communicated with all the stakeholders, which will eventually help you to identify any potential problems before you start with the migration. So it's imperative that you communicate every detail with your team. What are their roles and responsibilities during the process, and what to expect out of it. Then comes defining goals and objectives. So clearly outline them, talk to your team, and with the focus of improving the lead management or enhanced automation process, or streamlining the campaign execution. And also what you want to achieve with the new platform. After this, all the assessment and all the planning and budgeting has been completed. So then comes the documentation part. Evaluate all the system very deeply and start documenting it. What are the different type of operations which are sitting, and the campaigns or workload, like everything that you have audited in the first case. So try and document that, and also identify the strengths and weakness of the current MAP. So it would help you to improve your processes, or where your strategy had some gaps, basically. Then comes the preparation part. You start preparing for migration, but before that, it is recommended that you clean your data, because data is the key for any marketing automation platform. So make sure your data is cleansed, and it's accurate, and it's normalized before it's being exported and imported into the new MVP. So consolidation and deduplication, all the data cleansing steps should be performed beforehand. Then the integrations, again, thoroughly assess your existing integrations with the systems, like CRM integrations, or if you're using some data enrichment tools or even hosting platforms. So analyze the compatibility, first of all, like how they have been integrated in the current MAP, and how they're going to be working in Marketo. So in case there are some compatibility gaps, so you have to be ready with the plan B, or just changing to some other third-party tools. After all these stages, it comes about choosing the right Marketo edition. So choose the edition wisely that best aligns with your organization's requirements and budgets. So you should be considering factors like number of users who would be needing the access of new MAP, and the lead capacity you want to keep. What are the desired features when making your decision? And then scalability is the Marketo edition you're going to select. It's scalable and capable to accommodate your organization's growth and evolving marketing demands. So think about that as well. And so periodically reviewing the Marketo edition when you acquire it. So it would help you to continue meeting all your evolving needs, and also be mentally prepared to do necessary adjustments or upgradations to a different edition in case needed. So this was our pre-migration preparation strategy. Let's move on to what happens during migration and the stages which are involved in this process. Now that you documented, you cleansed all your data, so let's start migrating the database. Before exporting the data, so just ensure one more time it's cleaned, it's formatted, because you would have to also consider the mapping in the new MAP. So be very particular about that. And before exporting, do not forget to take the data backup. So importing again would typically involve the data import functionalities that would allow you to map the source field to Marketo field. So sometimes you will have to create custom fields if needed. Then comes the most exciting part, which is one of my favorite. That's setting up the Marketo instance, doing all the necessary configurations. You are creating users, and you're setting up all the permissions and setting up domains or Marketo sales insights for your sales team to use, and implementing tracking code and integrating that with the website, and using universal tokens. Again, it's an important part. Then moving on to development, where you are starting with the creation of assets or program templates, and creating the operational workflows or programs which were earlier sitting in the previous platform. So that is again very important. So setting up program templates will help you to create a robust center of excellence if you plan to use, and if you have different business units involved in the process. Then comes unit testing. You have migrated all the items, so now it's time to test them and address any issues or bugs which may arise during testing, and also involving all the key stakeholders, the team basically in the UAT process, in order to ensure that a migrated data is meeting their requirements or expectations. So also it's very important to gather feedback and make necessary adjustments before going live. Then comes going live. So eventually you are transitioning to Marketo, and don't forget to closely monitor the performance of the campaigns and workflows that you have recreated. Also assign key performance metrics and track them, assess them regularly, and also analyze the effectiveness of all your marketing and migration efforts. And there's always a scope for improvement. So continuously gathering feedback and insights from the team and users will eventually improve your marketing instance. So making data-driven optimizations as well in order to enhance the marketing results and finally meet your objectives. So by following a well-planned and documented approach before and during migration, so you can visibly minimize disruptions that may happen, ensure data accuracy, and successfully leverage the capabilities of Marketo. And here are some of the additional tips I would like to share, that make sure that your team is onboarded completely with the migration, and they are understanding the benefits and strengths of Marketo. And if you don't have any internal resources in order to manage the migration, then don't hesitate to consider hiring a qualified migration partner. And migration can be a time-consuming, complex process. So be patient and allow enough time for yourself and team for migration to be completed successfully. So don't rush. And also consider the downtime and impact on marketing operations. So now that you are switching off and switching on the platforms, so managing it while minimizing downtime, so it will ensure it doesn't disrupt ongoing marketing operations, and it can be a significant challenge, but you will pass through it. After this, I would invite Vinay again to walk us through the post-migration activities. Yeah, Vinay, can you please jump in?
Yeah, sure, Ruchi. Thank you for sharing these insights. These are, very helpful for the migration. So once you are done with the migration process, there's still miles to go before you rest. You should go through some of the post-migration activities. Let's talk about a few of them. So first of all, you should review and validate your data. Whatever you have migrated to your new instance, you should validate that, like check for the accuracy, then the completeness or integrity of that data. and also look for the potential problems. And in case you find any, just make sure to make adjustments according to that. And then comes the UAT, user acceptance testing. So for this, you should include all your key stakeholders and users that are using Marketo or that are involved during the migration process. Ask them to test the things, gather their feedback, and make an necessary adjustments in case any. Then comes the integrations part. So review your integrations. Whatever you have third-party or integrations there, review all of them and check for the data, whether the data is syncing correctly between both the platforms, Marketo and the third-party integration. Then comes the tracking codes. So whatever the tracking codes you have implemented on your website, and so you should check that, review all the codes, check for the data, whether they are recording the data correctly, or yeah, are there any kind of gaps. Check for your reporting tools as well, whether they are tracking the accurate insights or not. So you should check for those as well. Then comes the team feedback. So you should involve your team in the post-migration activities as well. For that, you should train your team, like you should share the expectations with your team, like what are you expecting from these activities. Ask for their feedback, so what can be the improvements that you can make to the new instance, or what are the best practices that you can still implement to the new instance. Have a discussion around that, and plan new strategies for optimizing your instance. Then comes the maintenance and updates. So once you are done with all these process, so you should keep on checking your instance, like auditing your instance, whether everything is working fine or not, or what improvements you can make to the new instance. Check for your performance indicators, like what are they? Are they meeting the criteria or not, or do they need some adjustments to achieve more results? So you should keep a check on that too. Then comes the optimization of marketing efforts. So for that, you should analyze your campaign performance, your programs, whatever you have executed so far. Check the data insights there, and look for improvement areas in case any, and then use that data to plan your future activities, like what is working for you, and what can be the possibilities of what should be your next plans. Then comes a training part. Train your team. So in that particular case, you should keep your team updated with the marketing functionalities or the new releases that Marketo have. You should keep on training your team with the best practices, functionalities of Marketo, and around the development part, like how to execute the campaigns or how to create the programs. You should train your team accordingly. Then comes the updated part. Keep yourself updated, and how you can do that. So you should follow the Marketo monthly releases for this purpose, or you can browse Marketo blogs and articles to keep yourself updated. Then there are certain Marketo events, and the user groups are also planning multiple events. You can join that to increase your knowledge around Marketo. And then if you are looking for any kind of solutions for your problems or kind of best practices or something, you can also explore your Marketo community. And then the training sources and certification resources, you can browse that to get yourself certified or know more about Marketo. So this is all about the information part where you can stay updated with the stuff. And then I would like to share some additional tips for the post-migration process. So first is give yourself time. So what that means? So when you plan to move to a new instance, it is not that easy to get hands-on overnight. So be patient. There can be some hiccups. So you should deal with that, and how you can do that. Be patient and plan things according to your problems and look for the solutions accordingly. Then you can always approach Marketo support for your help. Like if you are facing some technical issues with Marketo instance, you can reach Marketo support anytime, and the Marketo support guys will be there for your help. And in case you want to search for a solution for a problem, you can also explore community. We have advisors there or many active users looking for such things, and they provide solutions around it. And there can be case your problem is common, so you will get the response which is already there. Then last but not the least, document all the changes, your plan changes, and whatever the learnings are. Document all the stuff that will help you for your future reference when you are planning for a new migration process, or want to look for what you have migrated, or what were the learnings around that. So that document will help you in that particular case. So by following these best practices or tips and tricks, you can ensure a smooth migration process, and then you can leverage the Marketo features to enhance your marketing efforts. So with this, we are now opening to questions. In case you have any, you can drop your questions in the chat, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.
And thank you so much, everyone, for staying up late. I know we are like I think 5 minutes up, but thank you so much, and really appreciate the patience here. I just copied and copy pasted all the relevant links on the chat. You can take a look at there, and at the same time, you can also use chat if you have any questions. We would take those questions now.
You can give them a few minutes and they can drop
Yeah,
their
and if you want to come to open your mic or unmute yourself and want to speak up, please do that as well. It's also fine. So we have one from Neeraj. How does migration help in refining a strategy, and if it does, can those strategies not be implemented in current instance?
Yeah, I can take up that one. So in our pre-migration preparations, we thoroughly covered that, what are the reasons or strategies that are involved during migration. And also migrations happen when your current marketing automation platform is not giving you all the services or features maybe which you would need for your business case, or for developing the marketing strategies as per your requirements. So that is the one of the reason why migrations happen. So coming back to the your question, that how does migration help in defined strategy? So when you plan to opt for the right edition of your marketing automation platform, so it would automatically give you all the services and features and functionalities, and it would also allow you to do related integrations that would help you building your strategies. Yep. I hope that covers your question.
Yeah, Ruchi, thank you.
Yeah.
Great. Anyone else? Please feel free to unmute yourself, and you can speak out directly. Great. I think then we are good. If we don't have any further question, there is one quick announcement for everyone. So we are going to host our first ever in-person mug in India. It's happening in Delhi. It's happening on December 7th, Thursday. So if you are in the city or if you are traveling during that time, please make sure to stop by and take a look on that. We are going to cover some really interesting topic there about APIs, custom integrations, and things like that. It's going to be a really great learning experience for everyone. Right now, we have we are planning to host it in Tata Communications, but that might change. The reason is within the first 24 hours of announcing this, we received over 50 registrations, and the current place that we have booked is not sufficient to host everyone. So we are looking for a new place. So this might change. We will communicate on that definitely. But yeah, please do register yourself if you haven't already, and please do plan to join in person. I'm really looking forward to meet everyone in person because it's been a while. I think we haven't really done that, and
Yeah.
since it's the first ever
Mhm.
India mug in person, so I'm really excited. So join me, Darshil, uh, and sorry,
Chiranjeev.
Chiranjit. Yeah, so sorry about that. Yeah, so please do join us. We are really excited to host you guys. And on top of that, actually, there will be some swag. So we already, talked to Adobe team, and they're giving us some swag. So there are some exciting swags as well. Who is going to attend this in-person meeting?
Yes.
Cool. Great. Thank you so much, everyone, and really appreciate you jumping on this one on the last minute. And really sorry and apologize again for the technical glitch that happened today. Uh, but yeah, thank you so much again.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Okay. Still have Manju. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's drop in. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.